Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the first series of the new generation, I guess you would call it. This is like, Star Trek The Next Generation, but for my channel, I guess you could call it. That's a terrible analogy. I'm not voice cracks are still here. I'm not ever gonna do that ever again. I'm sorry. But welcome to Motorsport Manager with the Fire 2019 mod, which, as we will see, changes the game to be set in the real world, let's say. Mainly this mod is focused around GT and the F1 scene, but they do add F2 and F3 along with the lower level GPTs or Grand Touring cars and the LMP1 and LMP2 cars, so you can do endurance racing as well. And this game is not just about doing the racing itself, it is about controlling an entire motorsport team. So, let's go ahead and make my dude here. It's obviously going to be named after me. Let's go ahead and change the way I look. I am a very pale man. Whoa. My hair does not look like that. My hair is more like this, honestly. My hair is a little lighter, yes. My beard is somewhat like that. And I wear glasses occasionally. And let's go ahead and choose our backstory here. I usually go with the financial just to make the money side of things a little better because I'm terrible with money. So I think this works. No Murray, financial. Alright. So, with the Fire 2019 mod, it is very encouraged to go ahead and play one of the teams that have been given to you. If you choose F1, you can play as Mercedes, Scuderia, Ferrari, Toro Rosso, Red Bull, things like that, and you will have the lineup of 2019 in there as well. Create a team is possible, but the devs say it is very, very what's the word I'm looking for here? It's not good. Let's just put it that way. If you don't mind waiting a couple, I think they said 2 to 3 seasons before your car even gets up to being competable, and your team in general, then go ahead and create a team. But we're not. We're going to go ahead and choose a team, and we're going to go single-seater with F3. Now, for this series, I want to, and here's the little fancy thing that they do. So for the series, I want to bring Brawn GP back to F1. Because in this game, you can say you do really well. I think it's for a couple seasons, you come top of the stack for your current series if you're not already at the top. And you will be given the decision to move up to the next tier. So since we're starting down here in F3, if we do well enough, we can move on to F2. If we do well enough in F2, we can move on to F1. So my goal by the end of this little career is to be in F1. Not exactly the top, because I don't think we'll ever be able to beat Mercedes and their money. Same with Scuderia Ferrari, but I want to be at least midfield, like Haas level. So let's go ahead and bring Brawn GP back up. You see here we have a Mercedes engine, Patronus for our fuel, chassis and stuff. I don't really know. I know Brembo brakes are cool, but that's about it. As you can see here, these are different levels of our, this is where our current team stands in the championship. So we have a really good car and some pretty decent drivers. Our headquarters is it's not doing too well. Same with our personnel. Financially, we are not good at all. And our mechanics, i.e. our designers, and I think they are our pit crew mechanics or something like that. I forget their official title, but they are okay as well. I could go with whoever the first is. I think it's Rebellion. No, it's Team Penske. I could go with them and, breeze on through F3, but I want to start, you know, respected finish third, so let's go ahead and jump right on in. I'm gonna skip that. This first episode, I don't know if I'm gonna include a race in, because this mod basically requires you to play on long races, which are 40 to 50, I think all the way up to 70 laps per race. So they take quite a bit. Here it is, saving. Good for me, because, you know, I don't do too well when I don't save. Let's go ahead and jump into this. So, let's start with taking a look at our mail. So, hi, pit crew. Yep, I got it. Targets, Mr. Brawn, Ross Brawn, creator of our team. I expect us to finish at least 5th. I'm not very good at this game. I will show you guys my difficulty settings here in a second. I'm not very good at all. King Glenn, head of the scouting department. His name is one of the best drivers, and he's speaking about our drivers here. So Sandbird is one of the best drivers in F3. Doesn't have a huge amount of potential, so we don't expect him to improve at all. Sam is really good at overtaking, but is not very good at being consistent in his driving, meaning that during races he will blaze on up to the top and then start slowing down and then blaze on up, and, you know, not very consistent. Put it bluntly, as it says here. Yuri Vips, or Juri, I don't know how to say it. I think he's Swedish or something like that. Is an average driver in F3. It's probably not worth taking a huge amount of potential for improvement, but he's operating near to the limits of his driving ability. Jerry's best skill is cornering, and he's not very good at giving feedback during the practice and qualifying stages. Actually, F3 doesn't have practice, they just have straight qualifying. Brendan is our backup driver. He's a very decent driver for F3. It's probably not worth taking a huge amount of potential improvement, because he's at the same thing for Yuri, or Juri, or however you say it, Vips. I'm just going to call him Vips. Brendan is not a very good driver just overall, so it's going to be really hard for him to improve. He's very focused. He has issues with adaptability. I did a little test run with this team, and I already know that Vips during qualifying is going to be switched out for Brendan, because Brendan will give us most feedback on the setups of the car and stuff like that. But Vips will actually be racing. Thank you, Caden. Let's see what Chris Pierce, he is our lead designer, says. Welcome. Honestly, your rack of racing background doesn't exactly fill me with hope. You're a jerk. I don't want to keep you. You're actually not even that good. Actually, you're pretty good. Your suspension is terrible, but everything else is okay. Here he is, Yuri. So with the fire mod, they, as I said, they do give you real rosters, and as you probably saw, real cars. The cars. This game was made in 2016 before the Halo was introduced by the FIA to the single-seaters, so if you play the standard game, then you won't have the Halo, and you'll have older-looking cars. But I like what they do here with their modeling and all that. Just this mod is very well done. They have a Discord if you want to go join that. You can get more information on the mod and stuff like that there. So, hi boss, you're some sort of millionaire. Since I took the financial background, I obviously have a lot of money. Better have some idea how to race or we're all in trouble. Sam and I got okay, but I'm going to be working my socks off to prove that I'm the much better driver. I'm sure I can win a few races if you give him enough support. I always like this one. So you're the guy with the fat stacks, obviously. So hope you know as much about racing as the size of your wallet. Get on well with Yuri. So I hope you keep us feeling like a one big happy family. I think I'm going to get a chance to the title. I'm an outsider, sure, but this is a great season. I think we can do it. And Hans Traube. Welcome to Brawn. We are all delighted. Who are you? You're just the assistant. Alright. So that is our emails taken care of. So for pit crew, I usually just set to auto manage. And then I give the guy with the best pit stops, I make him in charge, because that will speed up our pit times when we have to go in to change tires and repair the car and things like that. Speaking of the car, let's go ahead and look at it. So because of our chassis, we have very poor tire wear, but our fuel efficiency is really good. Fuel efficiency does not matter too much in the F series because I actually think it was 2016 or 2017 the FIA who basically are the rule makers for the F series racing said that you are no longer allowed to refill your car during a race, so you have to go fuel, or you have to have enough fuel to get you through the entire race at the beginning. So it does matter because it means that I can push the cars a lot harder while we're going out there, but overall it does not really affect us that much. Tire heating is how fast our tires will heat up and then wear. So because it is very high, we can have our tires last quite a bit longer than the rest of the field, hopefully. Though our improvability is bad, so that means that here in a second when I go to design a new part, it'll cost more and it won't be as effective. We basically won't get as good options as we would normally. So, and up here is just the car overall. We're better than everybody else, or better than the average, I should say. Top speed, we are first, so that means that the long straight tracks, which I think Black Sea is, we will do very well. Same thing with high speed corner and low speed corner. Our aerodynamics is really well. Acceleration, we're okay at. Deceleration, we're number 2. Medium speed, we're at number 3. So, we have a pretty good car. Better than average. So, let's go ahead and design a new part here. So our medium speed corners are not as good, so I want to start off with designing a new suspension. This first one I don't really care about, because as you upgrade it more and more, you will get more and more slots and give you better and better upgrades. So basically, I don't really care what we get here. I'm not going to be using this part, so I guess this red zone last 10 is good. We will be done 16 days before our next race, so I might actually be able to use this part, which would be good. We're gonna go in here and improve. These are all of our parts. So we can go ahead and improve. I like to do reliability first on the parts that I don't really need to upgrade at all in the long haul, like our engine. We're just going to go ahead and improve the reliability, get this 80% all the way up to 100, meaning our engines will last longer in race as we push them harder and harder. After that, I will probably move on to doing everything improve reliability, and I might throw in some more engine or suspension performance so that we get better performance out of it, obviously. I'm going to take a look at our HQ, which we are very poor at. Our design is 8th best, factory is 8th best. We're above average in performance, but that's 7th. It's not very good. Staff, we're the 4th best. And our branding, meaning that just basically how much the fans like us and how likely they are to buy merch, I guess, we're 7th in that. So overall, we're 8th on the grid here. We could go ahead and upgrade our buildings and stuff, but we do not have a lot of money at the moment. Only 1.667 mil. Our team, as we saw earlier, Brendan is Australian, that's right. I was playing a go as Haas in F1, and their driver is Brazilian, and he's Estonian. That's what I thought. Okay. Right now, Mr. Brawn here is very happy with us. We are headquartered in the UK. As I said, our sponsors aren't very good right now, but we will go and look at that. We only have one. That's why a sponsor is not very good. Within the next couple of days, we should get some for all these slots. So that's always something good. Drivers, let's go ahead and take a look at them. I know Sam Bird is very good, but he's getting very old to be a driver. 32 is quite old. So let's see here. So you can see we have different traits going on right now. Training young drivers. So he's got better morale, and he's an endurance racer. which makes his consistency and marketability better. This guy just got out of the academy, I guess, so he has better marketability, morale. Chairman is happy with him, and improvability. So we can see here, they're pretty even in the first two. I mean, 14 to 16, 15 to 16. Smoothness, Vips is very poor at. Basically, as we keep going down, he gets poorer and poorer. But I do not know his ability to, let's say, improve. So let's go ahead and look at scouting here real quick. I just want to look around, see what we have, put contract ends at the top so that we can go all the way down here and look at everybody who doesn't have a job and is willing to race in single seaters and can. Stephanie's not very good. We'd have to scout these people. I want to get somebody young. Let's try to find a youngster. 24 for Sabre Cook. She is not very good. Robert Schwartzman looks like a kid. God, this guy looks like he's 12, and he's not very good. Let's see here. Ooh, Nicholas Latifi is very good. Very good at cornering. I don't know what his ability to get along is. Natasha's a little old. I'm trying to find somebody. Paul is really old, dang. Pipa. Renee Gracie. She's. Let's go ahead and check out these three. Let's go ahead and scout these three. We'll check them out, and we will check out SEMO as well. So, in the next, as you can see here, 33, 37, 25, and 34 days, we will scout these guys. We will get to see all their stats, what they're good at, things like that. Pit crew is the same 5 because we can hire more people. But for now, I say we're going to go ahead and jump into a race. Actually, we're not. We're going to get up to the race, and the race will be in the next video. So as you can see here, we have finished designing. He will send us a email saying that he has finished it. We're going to go ahead and go straight into building another part. I actually really like this Red Zone Minus 10, meaning that the car will be more reliable, basically, with suspension in mind. Let's see, wet tires and inters. I don't really care about medium speed. Just for that, I want just an overall bonus. Like this one right here is very good. Plus 25 to max speed or medium speed corners. That's very good. That gives very good performance, as you can see here. Costs us $428,000 because I have to take 5% off for my background that I chose. Fit parts don't really care. We haven't gotten any more sponsors yet. That will come. Yes, and we also have an interview with La Gazette dello Sport. Alright, so we will do this interview. Brawn GP is your new home, but it isn't the best stadium in F3. What's your plan? We might not be on the big boys, but currently see that we're going to work our absolute hardest and need to finish somewhere near the top. We need to plant down a solid foundation. This season is about transitioning from one of the all-terrains into a top team. Excuse me. This year is about stabilizing. We need to survive, pick up a few points, and kick on. Actually, let's be a little bold and go with A here. That makes our drivers' morale go up. Vips is not very morale focused, or he doesn't have very high morale, I should say. So I want to get their morale up as high as I can. Simber is seen as by the fans as one of your top driver. Do you agree with that? Or would you say that Yuri Vips is better? Sam, Yuri, lucky I haven't good two good drivers. Can't be the team. Frankly, I haven't been blown away. So basically, I can favor Sam, I can favor Yuri. I can like both of them, or I can hate both of them. We're gonna like both of them. It gives them both 5% boost in morale. Sam is 100%, and Yuri is now at 70%. Because that's a sport season preview, I wrote that you're expected to finish third in the team's championship. Is that accurate, or do you think you can do better? We'll do better. Predictions seem fair, but moving that we're going to surprise you. I hate to disappoint the fans, but the expectations seem far too high. We'll struggle to finish third. Honestly, I believe that's what's going to happen, but I don't want to say that. That will make the chairman not like me. Let's go ahead and do that prediction. That's just neutral. Nobody likes that. Or nobody dislikes it, I should say. Your financial skills aren't out. Some pundits are skeptical about whether or not you belong in the world of motorsport. What would you say to them? Foolish question me? Wouldn't be here if I wasn't good enough, and I can't wait to prove everybody wrong. I understand their concerns, but I have faith in my abilities. Managing finances is a big part of motorsport. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous, but if the fans support me, I'll try not to let them down. I'm gonna go be here. It makes old brawny boy here like us. Brawny boy. That's a new one. I probably shouldn't say that ever again. So here on the 13th, we're going to have our reliability work done, which I want to go ahead and pause there so I can get them working on something else as soon as we can. So this next race, I believe, is top speed, high speed, and medium speed. So let's go and get working on our rear wing. It's going to be 40 after the race start. Okay, can we increase our engine? No. This dude's not very good. Let's go and swap you guys around and see if we can get... Yeah, you guys aren't very good. This guy isn't, at least. He's not very good at being in performance. But I want to keep him around, because if we go to our staff, we can see that they've been working together, and high engine modes will no longer impact condition for Sam, which is good because Sam is my top driver. I'm going to push him all the way through. I know that it says that they have equal status, but Sam is just a better driver overall. We're just gonna stop that. Let's see here. So Milan is top speed, deceleration, or low speed. Actually, I want to work on this deceleration because I know that our wings are really good. Our deceleration is probably the weakest link out of all this. So let's just go ahead and work on our front, our brakes. There they are. It's actually better to do stuff like that. So we got the pop-up saying that we have more sponsors, so let's go ahead and see here. If we finish 18th and above for Speed Hunters, they will give us $690,000 a race for 10 races. So that's $6.9 million, which I'm pretty sure we can do. 18th or above is really easy unless we really mess up or we crash. Garmin for 8 races will just straight up give us 2.2 mil. That's not worth it in my opinion. When for Showa, if I do 14th or above, I can get $570,000. Which is going to be a lot harder to do than Speed Hunters, and I get less money. So Speed Hunters it is. So that means that I don't want to take another one like this, where if I get this above, I will get this amount of money. Because I already have them give me a whole butt ton of money. So we're just going to go ahead and do Flyby for the straight 1.7 mil. We will do 8 mil, 6 mil. So that's giving me, this is 11, 14, 6. This is a better value, I think, because I'm only getting 2 extra mil for 3 more races. Actually, now I think about it, I think this is, yeah, let's go ahead and take the 8 mil straight up. Twitch, look at that. That's funny. 420,000. Cheapskates. Okay, so, as I said, we're just going to take straight up 4 mil. And for our 6th and final slot, we are going to take this. The straight up Hanjin. I mean, I kind of don't want to skip Giorgio Armani just for the meme, but we're going to have to. So that means we now have money. I want to go ahead and upgrade our design stuff. It's going to be our design center. that will take time off of our part design time, which is always good. Let's see, what else are we bad at? Seriously, we're furthest down in these two, which is design and factory. I can upgrade the factory for 10 mil. Give me more development staff, and we're actually going to do that. That will give me more slots for when I upgrade performance and reliability. That means that these 2 slots will become open and I can throw 2 more things in there. And I think that's it for now. We are finished with designing this new suspension, which I kind of want to throw on. Let's see. 4 days after race. Yeah, we'll just go back to this then. That kind of bugs me, but we can always use it for the next race. I'm not too upset, honestly. This is the first race. Yeah, let's go ahead and build more suspension. Red zone, that one, and soft supers and ultras. That's a good one right there, honestly. Why would I take this one? This is literally the same thing, but I lose reliability. Yeah, it's dumb. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this one. 700,000 or 660. Yeah, $665,000 for new suspension. Man, it's crazy. Alright, picker hire. We are 6 days out of the Black Sea GP. Let's go ahead and check our mail. Wind tunnel. If you want me to upgrade the wind tunnel, I'm not going to do it. Season is about to start. Team Penske is the best. According to them. Brennan Light, partying with friends in the music industry, so he gets budding musician. So he gets extra marketability for 20 weeks. That's good. Good for him. Let's go ahead and go home here. And this is what we are looking like before we head into our first race, which will be in the next video. So I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you next time.